Okay guys, so I'm going to show you how to apply the dominant 7 chord. So first thing you have to ask is, what is this dominant 7 chord? It's a very popular chord. So the formula for the dominant 7 chord is your 1, 3, 5 and your flat 7. So 1, 3, 5, flat 7 on any key is the dominant. So off your major scale, once you press 1, 3, 5, flat 7, it's the same thing as your root 3, 5, flat 7. On the key of C, root 3, 5, flat 7. On any key at all, on the key of B flat, root 3, 5, flat 7. So on any key, so that's the formula. So this is dominant 7 chord. You know, start asking yourself. It's also known as the 7 chord. You now ask yourself, how do you then apply this popular chord? Because most times people have issues with knowing a chord, but then they don't know how to apply. So in your major scale, what are those chords that have the potential to become a dominant 7, or what are the dominant 7 chords in your major scale? Now, if you have a major scale which is on the key of F, on the key of C, on any key you're playing, so if you have your major scale, you notice that I'll show you some chords, some progression of your major scale that has the potential to be transformed into a dominant 7 chord, and how you can use this dominant 7 chord as both passing chords and chord replacement, which sounds very interesting. So the first one is when you play your chord 1 as a dominant 7. So in this case, we are playing F major scale. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video, and also don't forget to visit onlinemusichub.com.ng. I have so many courses you would never find online there. So most of my premium courses that I don't post online, you can find it there. So go check it out. Very interesting. Also, we recently included music promotions on that website, so you go check on our website today and enjoy. So cool. So now, if you play your chord 1 as a dominant 7, so in this case we have F as our chord 1. So in the F major scale, chord 1 is F major chord. So I have F major chord, so which is a major chord anyways. Now I want to play the major 7, so we play F major 7. So if you convert your chord 1 as a major 7, it can be used as a passing chord to 4. So good. So let's get it. If you convert your chord 1 as a dominant 7, sorry, it can be used as a passing chord to 4 in that scale. So how do I mean this? So this is dominant 7. Yeah, your dominant 7 chord. And now, so if you have this as the dominant 7 chord, now let's say we're playing a simple progression, which is chord 1, chord 4, chord 6, chord 7. We'll go again. 1, 4, 6. Now watch when I want to go to 4. I'll go 1. So you see, so I'm using this as a passing chord or transition before I get to my 4. So if you convert your chord 1 to a dominant chord on any key, it can be used as a passing chord to your chord 4 on your major scale. So let's try this on key C. So if you do 1, 4, go to 6, go to 5, okay again, go to 4, go to 6, go to 5. Now watch. You see? So I played my 1, then I played my 1 as dominant, using it as a passing chord to 4. Yeah, go to 6 and go to 5. It sounds nice. Let's go back to F. Yeah, so cool. So that is one way you can use a dominant chord, which is a dominant 7 chord. Now you can apply it on any key. All you have to be concerned is what chord or what key is in the position of the first note of the scale. And when you convert it to a dominant 7 chord, you can use that as a passing chord to 7, to your 4. So next is when you convert your 3 to a dominant 7 chord, you know, your chord 3 of your major scale is always a minor chord. So in the case of F, is A minor. And I didn't tell you this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe right now, please. Thank you. Yep, let's go. And what I didn't tell you this, but if you're looking at what do you play with your left hand and right hand when you're playing this, all you have to do is simple. Now, just play the first note, the triad chord. So I'm going to play the triad chord of the chord. Then on my right hand, I'm going to play the dominant 7. So if I do something like that, so you see, so I'm playing this. In fact, I omitted this second note of the chord. So the triad position, if I converted it. So if F is going to be converted to F dominant 7, I'm going to play just F major chord on my left hand where I play the dominant 7. So always play the dominant 7 on your right hand and the triad chord on your left hand. And you can always omit the second note out of the triad chord. So you say something like this. So now let's go. Now I said in your 3, if you convert your chord 3 to a dominant 7, it's going to form a passing chord to your 6. So this is F major scale. Now I want to play the 3 as a dominant 7. So in this case, A is in the position of 3 in F major scale. So I'm going to play key A dominant 7. So A dominant chord is going to sound like this. This is A dominant chord sounding like this. So in A major scale, I'll take it again. So you have your roots, you have your 3, you have your 5, and you have your flat 7. Because this is 7. For A, you have your flat 7. So this is A dominant 7 chord. Now, if I use this chord, I'm just showing you the formula on how I got it so it's easy for you to assimilate. Now, if I use this, I can use this chord as a passing chord to my 6 on my major scale. So remember what I told you, on your left hand you just play this, omit the second note, so do something like that. So if I do something like this, remember our first progression. Passing chord 4, you go to 6, you go to 5, you go again, 4, you go to 6, you go to 5. Now watch what happens. You see, so I did something like, because I played my 3, but I converted this 3 to a dominant 7. So when you play your 3 as a dominant 7, it can be used as a passing chord to 6. Clear and clear enough. Please, if you're finding this to add value to you, don't forget to share this video. Also drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from. It makes me very happy, and I'm going to do more of this, great foundation. Now you can learn more of this when you visit my website onlinevicphub.com.ng. all right, so now the next thing I'm going to show you is this, is when you convert your 5 to a dominant 7 chord, so out of your major scale. So if you have F major scale, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now when you play, this is 5, which is C is in the position of 5 in the F major scale. So if I'm going to play C, normally my 5 is going to sound like this, a major chord, because your 5 is always a major chord. Now if I convert this to a dominant 7, so this is C dominant 7, this can become a chord replacement to my original 5, which is a major chord. So my 5 originally is a major chord, but if I play it as a dominant 7, it can act very well as a chord replacement to my 5. Beautiful. So now if I do what we're doing, remember the progression we're working on. We're working with 1, we're working with 4, we're working with 6, we're working with 5. Now watch what happens. Passing chord, remember, passing chord to 6, then we'll go to 5. So see, because of this, so I played C dominant 7. So cool, pretty beautiful. Nice, yep. if you were playing on G, G is gonna sound something like. If you're playing on C, so it's gonna sound like this. So you see, dominant 7. So if you play on C, you go to 4, you go to 6, then you go to 5. You see? So this is G dominant 7 because G is in the position of 5 in C major scale. So very pretty cool. Let's go back to F. So now you know what to do with dominant 7 chords. I mean, there are other basic cool applications you can use with these dominant 7 chords. If I get good shares and good comments on this, and I'm going to do part 2 of this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you find this very interesting. Let's have some fun. Remember, practice time. Go to 4, go to 6. But remember, we do the passing movement. So then it's cool. Now, I didn't forget to tell you something. Please don't forget to subscribe. I didn't tell you this. I was going to tell you you can actually do something like an inversion to this chord. So if you have your dominant 7 chord, you can always play inversions. So you can play something like this. So you see? So you do. You see? This is the second inversion. So this is root position, first inversion, second inversion. If you go to 4. Then if you're playing this, you can do this. You can do this, you can do this, you can split, so you can play whatever you want to play the inversions. If you go to 6, go to 5. 5 is the same thing, you can play the inversions of 5. So if you play this, so it's going to sound like this. It's going to sound like this. So you can play the inversion. So you don't have to always play the root position, but playing the root position is also very essential, very good to know the root position. So I'm going to see you there. So now you know about 7 chords, dominant 7 chords, and its applications. Bye.